drums of war thunder once again.
Hello everybody, it is the Relaxing Shadow, and welcome back to another exciting episode of the Iron Man Challenge. In the last episode, we did a couple of basic quests in Elwynn Forest in order to kind of get us ready for Westfall, which we should be heading to now. I don't think we're going to do any of these other things. And we came here, and I don't remember why. I think we came here to train skills.
King's honor, friend.
Did we do that? I think we did. Okay. Coming in a little late for today. It is actually technically Friday right now. It's the middle of the night. It's 3 a.m. for me. And I was planning on getting this up today, technically in the morning. I was gonna finish this, edit it, and then upload, and then go to bed and, you know, publish it once I'm up. But probably not going to do that, simply due to the fact that it's just, I'm too tired to really want to do that. I had a headache earlier, so popped in some ibuprofen, and a couple hours later, here we are. I'm actually drinking coffee. Probably not a good idea when you have a headache to drink coffee in the middle of the night. But as I said, I'm a little tired, so I figured some vanilla latte would do nicely. It's actually not a vanilla latte. It's an espresso with just milk, nothing else in it. Usually I add some vanilla syrup in there, but did not today. So we have all these other things. Now I did not get clarification still that we can use this or not. And I kind of want to make a rule that unless I make it myself, we can't use it. But I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with what I make and what I don't make. But I don't have cooking right now. So for now, we're going to get rid of this, I think. Because I don't know what I want to do with it. I really don't know. I mean, we could keep it and use it. I mean, I would assume that that's fine. But I have no frickin' clue.
I supply only the finest goods.
We can go ahead and sell all of this, though. So we do have some stuff to talk about. Like I did with the last episode. You know, I'm going to keep that for cooking. We're going to do some professions today. We're going to have a nice video.
Be careful.
We are going to head to Westfall, but I'm going to quickly pick up cooking while we're here. Might as well actually have some professions and stuff. Because we already have first aid. We haven't used it all. I was supposed to sell those. Okay, whatever. So we do have some stuff to talk about. As the last episode was done, I have written it down. We are doing this very professionally, and this time I have a timer so I can see exactly how long we are recording. I do have a fan as well, so hopefully my audio sounds okay. One of the complaints that I got in the Brewfest video, which was my last video, which I'm going to be talking about because I'm so freaking happy with how it turned out. One of the only complaints that I got was audio levels, and it's something that I've been battling for a while. It's trying to find the right mix, because I don't want my sound to be so much higher to the point where you can't hear the game sound. And so I'm going to be messing with that a lot in editing, and really going to be making sure that it's as good as I can make it, which is going to be the most editing that I do. And the fan being on is simply because it's just too freaking hot in here. And that was something I wanted to talk about too, was just the heat. Something that I noticed on Facebook's trending. It's the only reason I really use Facebook now. So trending feature is that Earth is fucked. But don't really want to get into that too much. So we will just stick with the fact that it's hot and I have a fan on. And in order to minimize the sound in the background, I use a noise cancellation effect in Camtasia, which works so much better than it in Audacity. Usually I do it in Audacity, but Audacity just doesn't do it right. It makes my sound weird, and Camtasia just does it so much easier. So that's why it might sound a little funny if you have headphones. You shouldn't really tell if you have speakers. I don't know. Sip a coffee. And I was going to build a campfire. We're going to cook. And while we're doing that, we will start with the first thing, Brewfest video. Super freaking happy at how it turned out, how well it's done, and very proud to say that it is by far, and not just by far, it is the most successful WoW video that I have done to date. Not view-wise, but like-wise, and there's always a great thing is when you see a video get likes. It's always a big boost to the morale. And the one thing that I didn't do is when I uploaded it, at the time I was playing WoW, and I really wasn't going to pay attention. Usually when I upload a video, I spend all day refreshing all of my pages, checking the forums, checking Reddit, checking my Twitter, and checking the YouTube and seeing how everything's doing. And it's kind of a bad habit because it's not something that you want to do, because sometimes you just don't get the results that you're hoping for. But so I didn't do that with the Brewfest video. And when I woke up the next morning, I checked it. And I was blown away by how well it was doing, and I'm very happy with how it's turned out. And I'm very glad that everyone has enjoyed it. It took me a lot of work. It was 2 hours of footage condensed to 20 minutes. And for those wondering, no, it's not all 2 hours of doing stuff. A lot of it, I want to say about 50 minutes. Well, no. I want to say 40 minutes? Was just me sitting waiting for the dungeon to queue up, which I actually didn't queue for. I actually had to get a party together and then queue it so we could teleport to it, because the queue was just not putting me in with other people, even though they needed a tank and I'm queued up as a tank. And I was just like, why game? We can learn this now. Let's go ahead and do that. And because we learned it, I'm gonna say we can use this. Nobody told me that I can't, and I'm gonna say that it's fine, because if we can make it,
How are you?
That's fine. But if we get something from a quest and I don't have the cooking skill to make it myself, I won't use it. I don't know if that sounds confusing or not. Basically, if I am able, if I can learn the recipe and actually cook it myself, and I'm just given it from a quest, I can use it. But if I'm given it and then also have the recipe, but I'm too low level to actually learn the recipe, won't use it. That'll be the rule that we're making here. It's probably a modified rule from an original Iron Man challenge thing, but fuck it, I added a rule, okay? Everything on camera. It's fine if we modify one tiny cooking rule. From the get-go, I was told that professions like cooking, fishing, and first aid were fine, but you couldn't do any of the other professions. But yeah, so the Brewfest video went amazingly well. I had a lot of fun making it. It was definitely the most editing that I've had to do for a video thus far. It was just really, really great to see how well it's done. And I'm going to be looking in other ways of doing similar type videos. And one of the things is a dungeon series, where basically we do dungeons, because I love dungeons, and I feel that it would be cool to actually record myself going through some of these cool, awesome dungeons. And I know that sounds really weird, like, really, you're gonna just record dungeons? Well, I mean, what kind of dungeons? Just heroics, or no, basically it's going to be whatever, all of the type of dungeons that I can do from, you know, level 15 up. We'll be doing different characters, we'll be doing different roles, and it will be edited in the same fashion as the Brewfest video, in which a lot of stuff will be cut and only the interesting things stay. And I think that would be kind of cool, simply just because dungeons are very interesting. You can have an amazing, epic dungeon where everyone's just plowing through and doing great, and then you can have a dungeon where the tank doesn't know what he's doing, the healer's AFK, the DPS act like they're tanks and are pulling everything, and it can get chaotic. And I think that it just make for some interesting stuff, and it goes kind of along with a series that I wanted to do, which at the moment I'm probably not going to be doing anytime soon, simply due to the fact that at this moment now I'm not very interested in continuing trying to do it. I just the 4 dungeons that I did do with this tune is just, it's just, my god, I'm blown away by it. So I figured that it's probably going to be the same thing with a regular dungeon series. So let's see where we need to go. Where do we need to go? We still have the quest over here. In fact, we need to turn this one in. But we also have the one down here. So I might do that instead. How close are we to dinging? Not very close. In fact, I don't think 420 at new is going to get us a level. Sure as fuck not going to do this. This kills people. How do I get rid of this? So not used to using this. I'm used to quest helper. Okay. And then bundle of wood. Do we even have the bundles of wood? We do. I guess we could head back over there. Where's my hearth? Stormwind. Yeah, no. We'll set it to here and just hearth back here when we're done over there. And then we will head and go kill those gnolls. I think that's how you say it. The one thing about WoW that I never really like is the pronunciation of things. I can never pronounce things exactly the way they should be, including character names. My British friend has a paladin, and I've always pronounced it a completely wrong way. And he was on TeamSpeak with me, and he wound up saying that character's name, and I just kind of sat there going, "Oh, is that how you pronounce it?" Like, that's not even close to how I fucking pronounce it. And so I've learned that pronunciations are very different to what I normally think they are. I don't know, I guess, how to pronounce a lot of things. It goes for a lot of games, simply because I'll read it, but I'll read through it too quickly and not actually pay attention to all the letters, you know? So you just kind of skip a letter that completely changes how the word is said. Like Elwynn Forest, I never knew how to fucking say it because of the way it's spelt, and I just kind of quickly skimmed through those letters and go, I don't know. Elwynn, which isn't even close. So yes, we are gonna go down. We're gonna get 4 more bundles of wood. Turn in the Murloc quest thing. And then we will head back that way. We'll hearth there, and then go slaughter us some gnolls, which is gonna be a little dangerous. We're gonna have to be very careful. And my guild leader is actually doing the Iron Man challenge himself, and we've put a wager on it, 200 gold if he can make it past level 20. I think 20. Yeah, I think it was 20 or 30. I want to say 20. Which I went ahead and went like, sure, yeah, all right. And so we have a wager on it. I'm actually kind of excited that I've inspired someone else to try the Iron Man challenge. It's actually quite interesting and fun. He's playing a warlock. I'm doing the paladin. I'm doing the boring, easy, cheeky, scrub way of doing the Iron Man challenge. You know, the cool and interesting way would be like rogue, warlock, or something. Yeah, like, or a warrior. You know, the classes that can't heal themselves and are fucked so easily in the early levels. I mean, Warlock has no way of healing. You don't even have a tank pet until, I want to say level 10 is when you get Voidwalker. I haven't played a Warlock in a while. I do have a Warlock, and I've been wanting to play him for a while because the Warlock was one of the first classes I actually leveled on Kirin Tor very far. In fact, it was the highest level tune that I had, and I don't know why I didn't make one when the Algalon, Algalon, is that how you spell it? The main realm was created. I know how to say it because in Warlords of Draenor, when you go to Dalaran, there's this NPC that always pops up and says the name of the realm here on Dalaran, and I don't know why. It's some weird event thing. I think it's for when you complete a raid or something. Where's that quest that we need to turn in? Where the hell up here? Oh, that's got to go by the Murlocs. Ooh, I am not exactly comfortable going towards the Murlocs area over there. I know that I've died there before. I'm not the only one. I'm actually kind of hesitant about going over there. Fuck it. Might as well. Let's do it. We're level 10. We should be fine. We shouldn't have too much of a problem. One of the things, though, that I did want to talk about as well as related to the guild was we did our first raid. Hooray! And we actually have one again, technically, tomorrow. I keep saying technically because, I mean, it's Saturday, it'll be October 1st, and I'm actually really, really excited. The first one went incredibly well, minus connection issues. Dalaran was having quite a bit of problems with it, and personally, I didn't mind it too much. I'm like, it's a private server, you know, they're really only run through donations, so, I mean, they have a bit of connectivity issues here and there, you know, whatever. As long as it gets fixed and it's not happening day after day, no biggie. But it was bad enough to the point where we got bugged out of the last boss of Naxxramas, and we could not use the orb to teleport to it, because we were there, we were all ready to go, we started the charge, connection dropped, whole reset, we get back, 3 of us log in at the same time, I was one of them, and we just got fucked over, because it wasn't a rollback. We got back in, and all the enemies were there, and we're like, oh, hey guys, and just beat the absolute shit out of us. And it was not fun. And then once we found out that we couldn't get back, everyone started raging, and it was just it just wasn't great. We were doing so great up until that point, and yeah. In fact, we only had one wipe, surprisingly, and I only died 3 times, twice on the same boss. This same boss that actually wiped us the one time, and it was incredibly fun. It was a very nerve-wracking and scary going in there, because there were some boss fights where they would give kind of the rundown of what you got to do, and then at the end of that rundown, I'd just be like, what? Wait, what? And then they're like, all right, charge, and I'd just be like, oh shit, and just get it right. You just got to do it. And it actually went over pretty good. There was this one boss where you have to stand on a certain side, like left or right, plus or minus type thing, and if you don't, I guess everybody starts dying, and I was told that. I was like, oh, don't tell me that. Please tell me that's not a boss type. Does not sound like I'm going to do well, and I just did okay with that, and I was very nervous for the first 3 bosses, and then after that 3rd boss, I was, alright, I got this. I was still sort of nervous here and there, but it was incredibly fun. I had a lot of fun playing, and did very good, and got some sweet stuff. I got a sweet new mace. I was able to get this chest guard thing that I could turn in for an epic chest piece, and then I got some gloves, which were great because I was wearing tanking gloves still. But not only that, I was actually able to top the DPS charts on a number of occasions, which was pretty awesome feeling. But I did not record it, sadly, just due to the fact that, you know, we were on TeamSpeak, and I just didn't really want to deal with having to do all of that. And also on top of the fact that it was my first raid, and it was just so nerve-wracking going in there, top of the connection issues. It just wouldn't have made for a pleasant thing to also have to worry about recording, how much disk space do I have, and yada yada yada. And I don't think I will be able to record all of it. It would have to be in chunks, but probably just the boss fights, due to the fact that I think it was like 3 or 4 hours it took us in Nax, which is quite the long time. Hey buddy, you cleared this entire area for me and made it safe. 1 death avoided. Excellent. That does not count as help, by the way. Saying that now. But, we also did 2 other raids. I want to say the other one was Onyxia's Lair. I think it was something, it was all fiery, and you had to kill 3 dragons, and then a boss appeared, and you killed that. Or the 3 dragons were bosses, technically. And then there was one that was above where the Nexus dungeon is. We did those 2. And those went off great.
King's honor, friend.
To my recollection, anyway. I think the one above the Nexus gave us a little trouble, but we did good. And I'm very happy about it. I'm very, very excited to do Nax again. I might record it. I don't know. But I mean, at the moment, I don't know, simply due to the fact that I still don't perfectly know all of Naxxramas. What quest did I just get? No. Let's not do that. I don't know all of Nax perfectly. I mean, I sort of know kind of the strategies for bosses and stuff now. And I mean, you know, good memory, good enough, you know. But once I'm geared up and ready to go, I will probably record it whenever we do Nax again. But as I mentioned, it will be only the boss fights. I don't think there will be game sound. There might. I could just not join on TeamSpeak and then record the sound. That's why I kind of want to wait, so that I at least know what I'm doing and don't have to. But most likely it will be on TeamSpeak, so that means that there won't be audio, because I don't know how to record just WoW audio without TeamSpeak's audio. I just don't think that that's something that I could do with Bandicam, sadly. But I do want to record a Naxxramas raid at some point, in any other raids that we do, but kind of just want to enjoy it, keep going. It was fun as hell, and we did freaking amazing, and it was surprising to me how well it was going, because I've always heard the stories of how hard they can be, and you know, it requires expert coordination and stuff, and there we were kicking ass and taking names, and it was a lot of fun, and I'm very excited for this one coming up Saturday. I'm going to be joining again. I'm going to be going Retribution. I am actually tanking again for the first time in months. I haven't tanked since, I want to say, February, March. Stopped tanking for a while after I hit 80. Mostly just due to all of the stuff that I was dealing with once I hit 80. I mean, 70 through 80, I was living with my British friend, and we didn't do a whole lot of dungeons. We primarily quested, which was great. That was fun. I love dungeons and everything, but he definitely actually made questing very fun and very exciting. And we didn't do a whole lot of dungeons, so when we did, it was fine. But once we got to 80 and we started doing heroics, and I'm of course a tank, and that was the only, I didn't actually really use Retribution at all at the time. I think if I did have it, it was set to PvP and stuff. And so I was always tanking, and the biggest problem with tanking is that you were the leader. You lead the charge, you control the pace, and you need to know what you're doing and where you're going. And I know what I'm doing, but I don't necessarily know the layout of the dungeons. I don't know the boss strategies, and it was very difficult going through all of that and having to tank. And in a heroic scenario, people usually aren't very patient with somebody on that. And whenever I made a little mistake, people would go off, kick me out of the dungeon or whatever, or just completely call you names and say that you're stupid and whatever, and you know, never really ever there to actually help you figure out what to do necessarily. And it was just a stressful time, and I just didn't want to tank. I was like, it would be so much easier to go in Retribution. You don't even have to know what the fuck you're doing. You don't even have to press any fucking buttons. They're not going to give a shit. But as a tank, you need to keep aggro. You need to do everything perfectly, and if you don't, you're fucked. And it was very stressful, and it just wasn't fun to tank anymore. But lately, especially in all of the heroics and then the raids that we've done, one of the paladin tanks in my guild has been doing freaking incredible. He's an incredible tank, and it just looks like a lot of fun. And so I was like, you know, I kind of want to do what he's doing again. And so I'm slowly getting back into it. I did a couple of heroics. Of course, I still don't know all of the dungeons perfectly, so at the moment, the only dungeons I'm queuing up for as a tank are ones that I know, which is actually quite few. I mean, I do know them all. I've gone through each and every single dungeon. It's more of, do I know it perfectly enough to be able to actually tank without a fucking problem. And the biggest dungeon that I hate doing, no matter what role I am, is Oculus. Fucking hate that dungeon. I never know where I'm going. I don't like riding the dragon, and it gets to that whole 3D moving around a 3D space type thing. I just hate it. It's absolutely frickin' horrible, and I just don't like that dungeon, so I'm not doing that. Don't want to do that dungeon. I probably will at some point once I get a better tanking set. I'm actually currently gearing up. I have pretty much a whole new set of stuff now. The last 2 days I've been working on getting new trinkets, neck pieces, rings. I got a new chest piece. And just completely working on everything. And it's definitely been a lot of fun. The dungeon that I was doing today even, I tanked Utgard Pinnacle and Utgard Keep, which are two of my favorite dungeons. I just love the Viking theme. It's a very simple and easy dungeon as well, and I definitely like that about it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to tank again. There was no real problem to it, except for there was this one point in Utgard Keep where somebody queued up as a healer, and I guess didn't realize he was a healer, and came in as retribution and didn't heal me, and I made a pull and had no heals, and everyone was just like, what the fuck's going on? And yeah, it didn't go too well. Hey buddy, can you stop hitting me? Actually, I think we're healing. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, I just wanted to stun him and heal myself, but I guess this heal over time is gonna be very, very useful. I don't think that I think the first attempt I was a human paladin, so I didn't even have this heal. I had a thing just to get me to run away from things, which I think the Gift of the Gnar is the best racial ability on the Alliance side. To have a heal over time ready at hand is really, really awesome. I love that. Love the heal over times. So it's one of the reasons I love Druid healing. It's just heal over times. It's a lot less stressful, I feel. If you're putting them up at the right time. It's just, you know, it gives you a lot of breathing room. You're not constantly spamming buttons and trying to make sure that everybody's alive. But saying that, it's not like it was on retail. Which I need to stop comparing Wrath to retail, because it's so different now. I mean, it's still World of Warcraft, but I wouldn't necessarily call it easier. I would just call it, I wouldn't even call it simpler even. I just think that it's just different. I know that I've said it before about the talents being different, and when you spec, you get all these new things. I kind of like the way retail is, but I don't know. I've been hearing a lot of great things about Legion, and I would love to play it. Actually, I'm actually kind of jealous about it, mostly due to the story. Which, if you don't know about it, I'm not gonna mention it. This is a bad place to be. See ya. Actually, I kind of want to kill you. No, come back. Yeah, I shouldn't fight you. Let's just go here. But if you haven't seen the story, I'm not going to spoil it or anything, but I just want to say that if you're into lore, Legion's story starts with a bang, and it looks incredible, and I'm actually kind of jealous about it. It's looking to be quite the good expansion, the best one since Wrath, is what people say. So that's kind of cool. But I probably won't be playing it anytime soon, simply due to the fact that my PC's not great with playing it. I couldn't play Warlords exceptionally well. I mean, I did decently. But it felt like I was playing this version of WoW back on my old laptop, which was hell. And I never want to do that again. Just gonna run around the outside here. There's too many enemies. We need 5 armbands. Hey, guy. Over here. No? Come here. There's quite a bit of players that I'm noticing around here today. Maybe it's just the fact that I don't level much anymore. I've been sitting in Stormwind or Dalaran just queuing up for dungeons, especially on my Death Knight, which I'm trying to level again. Because I'm loving the Unholy Death Knight. One of the things that I've written down to talk about. But, been queuing up, and as a DPS, I just can't fucking get a dungeon. I'll just sit there for 2 hours, and sometimes I'm the only DPS for like 20-30 minutes, and I'm just like, god damn, this sucks. I should just go to my my paladin and go do stuff. But I'm sticking it through simply because I'm really enjoying Unholy. It's my favorite Death Knight spec over all else, and I'm actually kind of looking into doing Unholy tanking, which a lot of people think is stupid and don't do it. It's terrible, but I kind of like the idea of it, you know. I've looked up, and there are guides to it, and it has a very unique way of tanking, and I just love how it plays and spreading all the diseases and stuff and having a pet and stuff. I think it would be kind of interesting. I mean, all specs are capable of tanking efficiently, even regardless of what others might say. I've definitely seen Unholy tanks do incredibly well, sometimes better than a Frost or Blood DK. It just is. It depends on the player and how they play that class. And I really like Unholy. And when I mentioned that I was Unholy, everyone was like, "Oh, no, you need to be Frost. Unholy sucks. It's just kind of run of the mill. You're better off doing you're better off doing Frost or going Blood for survivability." And I was just like, I don't want to do that. That sounds boring. I don't like Blood. That's very boring and slow paced, and I don't like Frost whatsoever. And was that person saying hi? Hello. Want to team up to kill Hogger? Sorry, I can't. I'm doing the Iron Man challenge. Can't team with players. In fact, I can't have that buff. Sorry. I'm not allowed to do those things. Thanks for the good luck. I'm gonna need it because I'm over here in Hogger territory. Sorry. I would love to kill Hogger this video, but I don't think we're gonna get around to that. Sadly, I want to kill Hogger, and I think it'd be epic to do so. But I also want to live, and so if that means that we have to play strategically, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be this attempt is going to be a strategic playthrough. I don't want to just do it because that would make for great content, which it would. Killing Hogger at this level would make for great content, but it would also pretty much spell the end of the Iron Man challenge, my doom, and the deletion of good old Iron Hoofs. I would like Iron Hoofs to remain for a while, lest I delete her and somebody else takes the name. Don't want that happening.
It's too far away.
I actually have tunes in reserve for names. Simply because I love the name. Like I have druids, or well, not druids. I have night elves called Mytholis, and it's spelled totally differently in every single one. But the one that I always like, the one that's spelled with an E, which I'll actually type out. I have Mytholis, which is the good one. I have Mythillis, which is my druid, and I need to delete it, but I just haven't got around to it because he's level 30. Then there's Mythillis, and then I think there was another one too, which I combined letters and stuff. And so I actually have Mytholis in reserve because that is my favorite way of spelling it, and I'm going to, as soon as I get around to make it a druid, I'm going to delete my old one and bring in the new one, and that's kind of how I do it. Gotta have a name in reserve. It's private server. Someone's going to steal your name. Actually, when I tried out the private server Excalibur WoW, I probably shouldn't be talking about other servers on this video, but just a quick mention, and I didn't play on it very long, simply due to I got to the character creation screen, somebody already had for Lax of Shadows, so I said fuck this server, and didn't really do too much. Actually, I kind of wanted to see what TBC was like, but I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could level in TBC and all the way to 70. I think it would take just as long as getting to 80 here on Wrath, which took me forever. Currently leveling my Death Knight, my Rogue, my Shaman, my Shamanami and Shammy Kablammy, my Elemental Shaman, which I'm having a lot of fun with, and then also my Hunter, and kind of trading off with each one. Leveling my Shaman and Hunter with my brother friend. He is leveling a Hunter and Warlock, and having a lot of fun. He's been gone this entire week, so I've kind of just been leveling my Death Knight, hoping to get to 60 soon. I wanted to get to 60 actually by today, and just not getting a lot of dungeons. Don't really want to go out and quest, because I'm not a fan of Outlands very much. I know that it's a good zone, and the questing is very simple and easy, I'll give it that. But personally, I'm just not a fan of how Outlands looks. I much prefer Northrend. I love Northrend. Minus Boren Tundra. Boren Tundra sucks. That's just boring. Pun. The fact that it has an achievement that says it's not boring. Actually, I don't remember what it's called, but I know it has to do boring. I'll look it up there. What's that achievement for boring tundra? Can we find it on here? Yeah, nothing boring about boring. Nothing boring about boring. Yeah, no, that is achievement I am very happy I don't have. But Grizzly Hills and Howling Ford are my two favorite places in Northrend. I absolutely love it. Dragonblight's very beautiful as well. Ice Crown is pretty cool. Definitely like that. Really liked how it looked. Just felt really badass going there. And it really feels like a max level area. Like, you really feel like a badass going to those areas. You know? Like Elwynn Forest, if this was a place when you hit 80 and you come here, this would not feel like a badass place to be leveling. It's very bland and meh. But you go to Northrend and it feels like a place where a level 80 should be. And I really like that. Which I'm hoping that I'll be able to get there at some point soon. If I can get my my Death Knight to 68, I'll head over there. I might actually do some videos on him, simply just because I enjoy playing him. And I definitely need to get some content rolling. This week has actually kind of been meh, mostly just due to my sleep schedule being completely fucked by the fact that raid times were a little weird. But all's good. The raid time is 1 p.m. for me, which is like, wow, how is that fucking terrible for you? Because I sleep in till like 2, 3 p.m. So I'm waking up after only like 5 hours of sleep 3 days in a row, and then it just, yeah, I just couldn't do it. So I'm actually making an effort to actually make this video. I was actually thinking, nah, maybe I could just record it tomorrow and upload it Saturday, but no, I'm doing it because I said that I would have videos on Fridays. At least. It's the plan, is to, if not any other time during the week, at least a video on Friday. The Iron Man Challenge. But yeah, I definitely do want to do some videos doing random stuff, just leveling or something. I might look into streaming things, but if I do stream, it would be around this time on the server. Well, not necessarily this time. It would probably be around like midnight for me, so minus 3 hours. 9 a.m. server time, I want to say. Actually, no, that would be 8 a.m. I want to say. Which is definitely in considering it, but I do need to do more tests. I think that the problem that I had the last time wasn't necessarily my computer, but more of my internet connection, but it seems like it's so much better. Like, I'm going on speed test every now and then, and my god, it seems great. And I'm actually using a wireless connection right now. I don't have a wired connection because the router is out in the living room. Which I probably could get like a really long cord and plug it in, because I'm right next to the living room, but there's no real reason not to just use wireless. I haven't had a problem with it, my connection ever dropping, which I used to have that problem all the time, where I would just lose my connection for a second and get it back. Don't have a problem right now. Not a single problem, which is great. So I'll definitely be looking into it. We actually are done here. I don't need to kill more. Let's go. Wasn't paying attention. But yeah, I'll definitely look into ways of streaming again. I haven't streamed in forever. And I think that it would be kind of cool to do a stream. But I guess there needs to be a demand for it, because I don't want to just stream for one person and then just all of that's for nothing, really. There needs to be like a reason for it. And you know, I mean, horde hunting is a perfect thing to stream, simply just due to how long those episodes are. I mean, they're at least an hour long, just looking for somebody until we can finally find somebody and kill them, or try to kill them. I think they would be perfect for a stream. Just do that for a couple hours or something. But I would also need to have a toon who is ready for PvP, which I don't have right now. Civ copy, which is actually getting cold because I haven't finished it. I need to just down it. Basically, the worst thing ever is to down a coffee. Treat coffee with respect. Sip it like a normal person. Don't just down it.
Life be with you.
Gotta enjoy the flavor. It's not a great flavor right now, but it's a flavor nonetheless.
Go with honor, friend.
Did we actually? I think we used a shield. We were going for like a protection-like setup. We would use a shield. I think with what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go for brute force this time. Just charge in there. I think that would be the easiest. thing to do. Ooh, we got a cloak now. Okay, don't need that. Okay. Let's go ahead and head into Westfall. I think by level 15 we'll go ahead and challenge Hogger. Maybe. We might not, actually. I don't know. I don't want to make any promises, simply just due to the fact that I don't think that I will ever be able to just challenge him and with complete confidence in beating him. Just because of how tough he is. I don't want to die to Hogger. I want to live long enough to really get into some cool stuff. Okay, so we got some quests over here. I don't plan on staying here for every single quest. In fact, I plan on going to Darkshore. But we will go ahead and do these simple quests, which actually might not be simple now because I'm not a rogue. They were simple when I was a rogue because I could just sneak by things. As a paladin, going around this area could be dangerous. Okay, somebody took my oats. Who's taking my oatmeal? Somebody's already doing this quest. There's one, but I am not confident going in there. Fuck it. We're getting towards the end of the video. Might as well. End it with a bang. So I'm actually out of stuff to talk about, by the way. I had 5 things written down. Like, alright, I should get a good 40-minute video. And we do. We're at 40 minutes, about to hit 41 minutes. Stamina reduced out of 2. No, come on. Yes, we have that. That actually works. I can never figure out what Purify or Cleanse do. They all have debuffs, and they just none of those moves will do shit to them. It was like, what the fuck's the point then? What's the point? Sometimes they will, but there's some things that just won't go away. I do want to get in there and get those oats, though. So far, so good. Okay, my sealing light was on cooldown. That's good. I want those oats. That stuff's respawning. You're taking forever and stop putting that on me. I don't know. I want my stamina. There we go. Oh, there's that player that's taking my shit. Hey, give me your oats. Give me your oats. It's gonna be like the worst thing to rob someone for. Give me your oats. Just want the oats. Keep the gold. Keep the sweet ass sword you got. Just want those oats. I got a quest to turn in. One of the things that I used to hate back in the day, or actually still hate, is those gold beggars. Not the spammers. I can deal with that. It's the beggars that are always pestering you for gold. You know? And I always hate it because they're usually in a guild, and it's like, why don't you just ask to take some gold from the guild bank? You know, if anybody ever asked me for gold from our guild bank, I'd be like, sure. If you're not asking for 1,000 fucking gold, you just want, you know, 2.5G, whatever, for, you know, to get some skills or a mount or whatever. Sure, why the fuck not? You know, you've been in the guild, you've helped out, you've been a nice member, no complaints, why not? You can go ahead and, oh shit, fuck. That's not what you can do, but, I at least want to kill him. Buff, run away. Bird, please. Please. Leave me alone. As I was saying, they're usually in a guild. Why can't they just, you know, ask them for gold? Why do they gotta spam other people for it? And sometimes they're even high level. And, you know, it's like, why don't you just go out and quest? You know, I mean, I'm not a very rich person. I've never had more than 1,000 gold at one time. I always fucking... Oh, this might be better. You should use this in the shield, huh? Oh, you know what? No, let's just keep doing the sword. Silly just because you have to train skills and stuff, and I don't really want to waste time with that. I'll go grab the oats over here. But usually, I mean, I never really have a whole lot of gold, but I don't beg for gold either. You know, I'll go do some heroics. I don't mind doing heroics for stuff. I mean, sometimes you get lucky, get some frozen orbs, you sell them on the auction house, make quick 100, 200 gold. 300 if you're lucky. I've actually had frozen orbs that sold for 300 gold, and it's always great. Somebody took the oats over here too. Why can't they, these look like oats? Why can't I take these? This would be perfect. We even got the barrels. Just shove them in and take the barrel and walk away. Come on. Please, game. You always gotta make it hard. What makes these oats less than the others? What makes the other oats so fucking special? Or what about these oats? You what, game? Come on. You gotta be so savage. Let's go ahead over here then. I don't understand that. Why, game? Whatever. As I was saying, gold spammers. And so one of the things that I thought that would be fun, I was like, you know, I was actually leveling a rogue. And I was like, you know what? There's probably a so much better and more effective way of getting people's money. Why not have some fun with it? So I dressed my rogue up to look like a cool-looking bandit, had the mask and everything, and stealth, walked up to a guy, and then, using a /say, said, give me all your money or I'm going to gut you like a fish. And the guy actually completely, you know, role-played along with me, and by the end of it, I actually technically robbed him of his money. And at the end, of course, I was kind of like, okay, that's awesome, I got his money, but now I kind of feel bad that I just took his money. Let me try and give it back. But the guy was totally cool with it, simply due to the fact that it was like, if this is your attempt at begging for gold, bravo. Because you didn't just do, you know, I didn't just do it, you know, just like, hey, please give me gold, please, I'll dance for it. I had some fun with it. If you're gonna beg for gold, have some fun with it. Don't go around and actually beg for the gold. You know, have some. If you make me laugh and you're actually really making an effort to try to get someone to give you gold, not begging or saying I'm gonna dance or whatever, or acting really fucking stupid, I will gladly give you some gold.
Have a good one.
But you gotta really earn it. You know. I don't like those people that say that they want it for something and then don't. Like I've seen that happen where someone will be like, I just want some gold for some skills, 1 gold. I'm like, alright, that sounds reasonable. You're a level 30 paladin, I understand skills can sometimes cost quite a bit. I'll give him a gold, and then I'll see him walk to another person, just stand there, and then I'll PM the other guy, and be like, did he just ask you for gold too? And he's like, yep. Asked for 10. And I was like, what the fuck? I just gave him a gold for his skills. Why? What the fuck? I don't like that. I don't like the people that lie for it. Don't do that. Achievement, by the way. Gold begging is probably the most annoying thing. And I'm saying that now, and today we just got on the server a new gold spammer. A new website. Oh, I'll give it to them, though. They have a much fancier looking advertisement, but that's not gonna get me to fucking fall into their trap. Don't do it. Here's the thing: if you've ever considered and go, okay, I could buy gold. Don't. It's a complete fucking spam. You're gonna get your ass hacked, and just don't do it. You're gonna give them your money and your account. That's what's gonna happen. That's what you're doing. You're handing over your money and your account. Don't do it. Just don't do it. It's not hard. You just go out, quest. You know, if you're in a guild, there's probably plenty of people that are rich and willing to lend you some gold. You know. I mean, I've always had people that was like, ah, man, I don't have enough for flying. I'm level 60 and can't fly, and I'll get some money, you know, from people. People are nice.
Hey there. See you around.
Don't know any flight locations? Did we not get the one from Stormwind? Ah, shit. We gotta walk there. Alright, we're gonna run over there real quick and do this chain, and we'll call it. It's a fairly simple quest. I say fairly due to the fact that now we have to run there. Usually you can just fly there. But because I'm a Draenei and humans are racist pieces of shit, can't fly there. Just joking. About the fact that you know, whatever. You get the joke. I don't think I need to explain it. That's probably the worst thing for a comedian to have to explain his joke because somebody doesn't get it. That's got to be like the worst feeling. So you got a really great joke. It's really funny. You tell it, and the guy just sits there with a confused look. Like I don't get it. Just slump down in defeat. Like, forget it. Whatever. This is a long walk. We have hooves. We should be able to like run like a horse, right? Come on, Iron Hoofs. Show us the meaning of haste. We going the right way? Okay, we are actually. Oh, we have a quest we can turn in right here. Maybe we won't go to Stormwind. I mean, we're gonna have to at some point, though. Especially consider. Well, yeah, no, yeah. You know, easier option, yeah, would be to stay here, do the simple quest here, then we head there, turn in all of those, because we're gonna be heading there anyway if we're going to Darkshore, which we'll probably be doing at the end of the next episode. What do you want? Okay, this is a simple-ish quest. Well, usually, I never really do these quests. I am not gonna be bothered to do that one. You want us to kill these things, which
Go with honor, friend.
can't do right now, but in a level or two, that would be simple. But we are hitting 50 minutes, which is a tad longer than I wanted to have this video. Kind of want to keep them around 30 to 40 minutes. And I think one of the reasons that Brewfest did so well was just the fact that it was a short, simple video. It was 20 minutes long, and it was entertaining, I think, I hope. I can't tell. I had to watch it so many times over that I can't even tell if it's all entertaining now. It's like the worst part about editing something is when you think that something's funny and then you just keep watching it because you have to edit it and make sure everything's good. Especially if you're editing sound, I always rewatch the whole clip to make sure everything's good and there's no weird stuff going on. And it's after a while you just like, is it even funny anymore? Maybe it's a stupid joke. I should have cut it. I shouldn't have said it. Shouldn't have said it. That period. So I don't know. But I definitely think that part of the charm was it was short. It was edited correctly. It had entertaining moments, and I had a lot of fun with it. I had a lot of fun. I love Brewfest. It's one of my favorite holidays, and I'm definitely gonna do more holiday type event stuff. I have a big plan for Christmas, but that's so far away. I think the next one's Thanksgiving. I don't know. I know that in retail there was an event. I don't know if Wrath of the Lich King still has an event where there's all these stuff outside Stormwind where you can eat stuff and throw food at people. That'd be cool. I don't know. We will find out. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Next episode, we're gonna finish up some of these simple quests here, and then we will head to Darkshore, which I haven't really quested there in forever. So that should be fun. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.